Yeah, so hi all. This is going to be our day 6 for the Google Cloud Fundamentals training. And the topics that we are going to cover today, we will go through the hands-on labs for Google Cloud database services. So in last session that we covered about the databases, various types of databases, how they work, and how we are able to classify them based on whether they are SQL, non-SQL, or memory-based databases, right? Okay, so today the labs that we are going to cover, so we will be creating a Cloud SQL instance. In that Cloud SQL instance, we are going to create a database, which is called PostgreSQL database. Okay, and then we will run some basic commands through it. We'll try to cover it through the console. Also, we will see some equivalent of the command line, as well as, if possible, we will try to cover it with the Terraform commands as well, Terraform configs as well, to create these databases. Okay, so if you are good, let's move next.
No.
Yes, anyone has a question?
No.
So, as I mentioned, this is what we are going to cover. This is about the Cloud SQL. It's part of the Cloud SQL. That is where PostgreSQL databases are created. Now, let me share next screen, and we'll walk through the labs that we are going to do. We will be doing together. Okay. So just be ready with your console, and let's try it out. You can find the lab document in the shared drive that we are using. Okay. Okay. So I hope you can see my screen where we are talking about the this lab creating the SQL databases. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to create the Postgres database and connect to that using the Cloud SDK or the Cloud Shell. Fine. So can someone want to share your screen, or maybe I can keep doing, right? So the very
Okay,
first
I will do it. No issue.
Okay, you want to share that? Okay, let's
Yes.
do that. So others, can you start following that? I will share this link also with you, but you should have it in the shared drive that we are using. Okay. Yes. Yes, Raju. Let me stop sharing, and you can share your screen.
Okay, I'm sharing. You have disabled.
Okay. Can you try it now?
Okay, let me try. Yes, it is able to see.
Mhm.
Okay, this is my login page.
Okay. Can you pull it out and move it to a new view?
New view, where it is?
Yeah, just pull out this particular tab, drag it wherever it is open, right? On the top, you can just drag that only this tab. Yeah. On the very right side where you see the cross, right?
Where? No, where? Left, right?
Right.
Right.
Where you have option to close this tab, just on there, put your give me a second.
Up, down,
Okay, yes, now this is what we were looking at. So this is your console. Can you open the lab document?
lab document.
Let's move from here itself. So can you click on the left hand side, and
Pause share is no option. Pause share is there. Okay.
no, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay. I will go
Let's
to
walk
the
through like this.
path.
Yes.
Okay, just a second. You have given the path.
Yeah, I will walk you through. Can you click on the left hand screen?
No, you have given in the chat, I think so.
Yeah, what I'm saying,
Mhm.
you already are in the console, so let's
Mhm.
continue from there. I
Okay.
will dictate what is there in these steps. Okay.
Okay, that will be better. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So click on the hamburger sign, and then from there you will see Cloud SQL or the SQL. So click
okay.
on that.
Okay. So I'm in the screen. Now tell.
Yes. Yeah. You can see on the left hand side where you were clicking earlier. Yes. Right. Now scroll down. You will see SQL. Scroll down a bit slowly. Yes. You
Got
can
it.
see SQL. Click on that. Others, just give a thumbs up if you are able to follow so far, and if you are continuing with this together. Okay, so Raju, click on create instance with your free credits. Okay, now here in this scenario, we are going to create PostgreSQL. So you can see here, we have MS SQL, PostgreSQL, and SQL Server, right?
Okay.
Click on PostgreSQL.
Version need to select? No.
No, first it will come in the next window.
Okay.
Okay, now give a name for your instance like PostgreSDB or something.
Postgres.
Yeah.
PostgreSDB Rajiv.
Okay, that's fine. Then you
Password
can
is
write.
required?
Yes, password is very much required. You can start typing and you have to remember it. Keep it safe when we are doing the lab, right? Okay. Now scroll down. Okay. Now let's see what all things we have here. So we can say there are two different versions, two different editions.
Enterprise Plus and Enterprise.
Yes. Okay. So this is recently introduced for Enterprise Plus also. Earlier we only had the Enterprise version.
Okay.
Also, we were talking about the SLAs and
99.95.
yes,
995 is their availability, and here 99 4 times 9.
right,
Up to 35
497.
days point in time recovery. Up to 35 days. Okay. Up to 7
Right,
days point in time recovery. Okay. Suppose that last 7 days data can be recovered or what?
right, by default.
Okay.
And when you move to the Enterprise Plus, then you have a eligibility for say 35 days of point in time recovery. When I was talking about point in time recovery, right? So we were talking about the when we are talking about uh, what was that? RTO, okay, RTO and RPO.
RPO,
So
yes.
RPO is point in time recovery, right?
Yes.
So now recovery point objective.
Yes.
So here you can see we are able to go back to 35 days in case of Enterprise Plus, and in case of Enterprise we were only able to move it to 7 days of backup. Go to the past and then you can retrieve the data, right?
Yes.
Right. Now let's scroll down. Yeah. So you have as of now it's selected as production. Let's switch it to something for development. Yeah. So even the sandbox is fine.
Sandbox can I select?
Yes, you can.
Because only 10 GB is there. That is also fine.
I mean, we are only testing it. I mean,
Yes,
we
we are
don't
only
need
testing, so
much
no
of it.
need of that much also.
Yes.
Okay, cost is very less on that scenario.
Correct.
0.14 per hour.
Yes.
3.38 per dollar per.
Okay. Now you can see we have the option for single zone and multi-zone. So do you remember that I talked about this particular service is a regional service, right?
Yes.
So it is available to select for single zone or even for the multiple zones. So whenever you select multi-zones, it is going to give me a high availability.
Okay.
So are we clear now what is high availability? So it will let me create a replica or the failover for the other zone. So as soon as I enable high availability or the multi-zone, so if suppose there is a failure in my primary zone where the database is running, if there is a failure, it will automatically fail over to the other zone where it is still up and running, right? Okay. So in this case, we are going with the single zone. Let's move on.
Location will be different.
It's up to you. If you want to create in the other zone, other region, that's fine.
I love India.
Okay, so let's
Mumbai.
Okay, that's fine. Come down.
Okay, single zone.
Okay. Now, yes, you have to specify a zone. Otherwise, by default, it must have taken any. Yeah, any. Yes, correct.
Zone. Okay, 3 locations are there.
Yeah. So you can select any or let it be let it select by itself. Okay. Now, what else we have? So you can see on the right hand side summary where it says it is for enterprise it is for the enterprise. The region you have selected already. The DB version is latest one, that is PostgreSQL 15. The number of CPUs that you are going to use are 2. So 2 virtual CPUs are going to be utilized. The memory is going to be with the CPU 8 GB, and you are going to utilize a storage which is going to be SSD or STD that we talked earlier, solid state drive or hard drive disk, right? So these two options we have. Connections, we are here enabling the public IP, but in general when we are working, we don't enable any of the public IPs by default. Okay. Also, backups are automated. That means 7 days of backup will be created whenever this is going to be running. Okay. Then
Okay.
point in time recovery is enabled. Okay. And
Okay.
network throughput, you can see it is going to be 500 out of 500, like 500 MBs per second throughput we are going to get. And see here what happens. So as you are going to increase the size of these VMs or the instance, right? The vCPU and the memory, it is going to give us even better and better IO operations or the better throughputs, right? So that is how it works in case of cloud SQL. Now let's see what all things are there when you click on show configuration options. Okay, so let's see what we have. Come down. Okay, so here you get a chance to customize your machine instance, right? So
Yes.
you can click on machine configuration. Okay, so you can see even you can reduce the size of the VM that you're going to create. You can go ahead and select just one vCPU. That is also totally fine for this lab. Okay.
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 Cost will come in less.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so you get all those configurable options that you can adjust as
Okay.
you
Just
want.
here HDD
Here you can see SSD is selected as
is
default because
recommended
that
by
gives,
default.
yes, because it gives low latency compared to HDD.
Yes.
Okay, now let's move down. What next we are seeing here? Storage capacity. How
Storage.
much storage that we want to keep? Okay.
Yes.
So higher the capacity, it is going to improve the performance because it will have better space to perform all sort of those operations, right? Then enable automatic storage increase. So whenever it is enabled, it will auto scale or it will vertically scale to the higher size, right? So that is what it means. Okay, let's not, so yeah, let's be there. Okay, so that is what it means, and which is very beneficial. Though Cloud SQL has a capacity of max to max 64 TB of data that it can store, but you can start with very small, enable the automatic storage increase, and it will keep on increasing as per the workload, right? Now also click on advanced encryption option. Okay, here you can see we have two options. Either you can let it be the default encryption method, that is Google managed encryption key. They will take care of rotating the key, maintaining the keys. Okay, but there is another option which is called customer managed encryption key. So customer has the capability to maintain the keys. Keys will be provided by Google Cloud. You can create the keys and then manage it. Like you have to create some sort of automation script which can take care of updating the keys on regular time intervals. Right? Then come down. Now, okay, come down. Yes. So click on connections.
Go on.
Connections.
Connections.
Okay. Now in connections you have two options. You can see public IP and private IP. To make a more secure connectivity, we want to just enable the private IP. But in general, if you see, uh, like databases are what? It's in the backend, right? We don't
Yes.
let everyone access our databases.
Yes.
Okay?
That is the heart of the company.
Yes, yes. Okay. So that's the reason we generally don't create a public IP out of these databases. So in general, we go with the private IP. But for now, for the testing purpose, for this lab purpose, we are going to opt for the public IP only. Okay. Now let's move on and we'll see authorized network. Okay, so as if we had enabled the you can say private IPs, okay, even for the public IP also we can have a control using the firewall rules, which will not let others connect to the database otherwise. But if we are using the private IP, we can add a authorized network. Like we, if you click on the add a network, okay, so here you can actually provide your own system IP or your organization's IP range. Okay, so whenever we are working with our operating system, so by default it is going to have a network ID, I mean the IP address. With that only we are able to actually share our screen or what sort of things that we want to do. Now there is going to be a range of IP addresses when you're working with one organization, any organization, and they are defined with the CIDR notations. You can Google about it later on if
Okay.
you want to gain some expertise on the networking. So CIDR notation is useful to define how the networks are created. Okay, let's move on. Okay, and you can also enable Google service, Google Cloud service authorization. So when you enable it, internally it is going to allow access to the other services like BigQuery or other services which want to interact with this database to perform any sort of communication. Suppose I want to allow BigQuery is another product. Let's not go deeper, but for now, it is going to let integrate with them. Okay. Then data protection, if you click, yeah. So here we have enabled automatic daily backups, right? So
Yes.
every 4 hours, the backup is going to run, which you won't be seeing, won't be feeling that, okay? But every 4 hours, by default, it is going to run the backups and keep it, backing up for last 7 days only. Okay.
Okay.
You can define what could be the window. So you can see there the window time, right? That's 4 hours, right?
You can see what are the timeline we can select. Okay,
Yeah,
it will be the timeline.
2:30 to 6:30. That is 4 hours gap, right?
Yes,
So
4 hours.
yeah, okay, come down. Then, okay, what are the okay? That's fine. Let's move on, and let's see what is there for the maintenance. Okay, so we can define any window anytime and we can define what should be the order of these updates that can be done with these databases. Then come down and we'll see there are ways to add flags or labels. Even you can, there is a new feature that Google has come up with, which is called, you can see that,
Maintenance period is also one option here.
which one?
Maintenance.
Yeah, so maintenance window we define for any, like you want to have some patch added, right? So you want to define that. Okay.
Okay.
So though if you had enable high availability and other options, obviously it is not going to make more of impact here. Okay. But yes, we need to have some sort of maintenance window defined, right? As of now, it's defined as any window. That's completely fine. Okay, let's move on. Okay, and yes, so I was talking about the query insight. So if you can click on query insight, so what it does, it will actually create a telemetry out of this query. Whatever sort of queries you are running in with the database. So suppose your database is running for some time and you have run multiple queries. Some queries are failing, some are going fine, right? So it is going to analyze those queries, and based on that, it will say, okay, this was the error for your query. Whenever you ran, this is causing the performance issue. This is causing the better performance. So like that, you can actually enhance your queries whenever you are running it, right? So that is where the query insight is very, very helpful. Okay. So it will resolve all, detect and resolve all of those performance issues, whatever you are experiencing due to the bad queries. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah. Now let's go down and let's go ahead and create this instance.
Need to check anything or done?
That's completely fine. Everything looks good. We are already using the minimized
Version.
configuration. Okay.
Configuration. Yes.
Yeah. So let's move on and you create it. Okay.
Okay, fine. Make sure all fields are correct to continue.
Mm-hmm.
Use lowercase letter or hyphen.
Yes. So
Use
what does
lower.
it mean?
Okay.
You understood?
Post.
Yeah.
Got
Mhm.
it.
Okay.
Any error is here? No error. You can figure it out.
Okay.
Right.
What else?
Make sure all star is done. Let me check
Mhm.
all star is done.
Okay. The error is in the name itself.
No, it is
So
done.
yes. So now it is not there.
No, actually, make sure all fields are correct to continue.
Okay.
It means both are correct.
Mm-hmm.
In the terms of any other is missing in the not
Let's see.
selected. That is show any location wise some issue. Dedicated code. This
Come
one.
down.
Secondary Google name. Public IP, new network name.
Okay.
Okay, new network
So,
name we
okay.
need to
So
select.
you need to delete it.
Delete it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now good.
Okay.
Let's come down.
So auto network will be taken.
Yeah. We are not adding any authorized network as of now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Create it now.
Get it.
Okay.
Done.
So it should be taking some time, I
Yes.
believe 5 to 6 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
We can keep watching it.
Okay.
Fine. So let's see where it is now. You can cancel that. Yes. Okay. Now you can see this instance is being created, and obviously it is going
How
to
much time
take.
it is taking in general?
It may take 5 to 10 minutes also. Okay, as the database, the instance size is very small, it should not take that much, but let's see how much time it is going to take. Now, meanwhile, can you open a cloud cell,
Cloud cell. Okay.
right? Or let me ask someone else to share the screen now. So who else wants to share their screen? And did we follow so far?
Instance is being created.
Did everyone else follow so far? Okay. So Vishal is following his, and we are creating the instance in our system, in our own project.
What do you mean by own project? Same steps we are doing what we did.
Yes. So you are creating in your console in your own project, right?
Logged in my own console. Yes.
Yes, that's what I was asking. Okay, fine. So Naresh, you also able to follow it. Raja, what about you? Raja, are you there? Raja, are you there? I mean, I think you are on mute.
Maybe he's facing some network issue.
Maybe. Okay, no problem. So, Vishal or Naresh, do you want to share your screen and we will follow on the cloud cell step now? Who wants to share?
I can do it. No problem.
Okay, go ahead. So, Raju, you can stop sharing and we can continue with others. I hope you have already run this step, right? Create instance.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and share. Let me. Yes, go ahead and share.
Okay, post. Is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, it is. Okay. Now, let's run some commands here. So can you execute gcloud on the command line? Type gcloud SQL, gcloud space SQL, SQL space
Yes.
instances space list.
Enter.
Yes. Okay. How is it?
Not enabled on project API.
Yes, enable that. Y. Type Y. Others can also start following this step.
Enabling service on project.
Okay. So as I had mentioned in previous sessions, anything that you perform on the cloud platform, right? Everything is working through the API calls. Okay. So whenever you're going to interact with either of the services on the platform, first you need to enable their APIs. The very first API that you had enabled was Cloud Computing Engine API, right? That is how you were able to create the net. I mean, it was able to create the network and all sort of things to set up the environment for you. Okay, so that's something that you need to have by default. But other APIs you need to enable as per your uses. Now, in this scenario, we are accessing Cloud SQL. Okay, for that we need to enable the APIs, right?
So first day when we created that virtual machine, that was one API. That was
Yes.
through one API.
Right. All see, even this command. So even I had talked about if you were in there, I mean the calls. Okay. So this gcloud SQL instances list, this is actually internally getting converted into a API call, and that is how you are getting a response. Okay.
API is this advanced programming interface, no?
Application programming interface.
Okay, that's like a communication between two different softwares.
Right. But over the internet, it is mostly happening because that's how it is being done. Okay. Now, as you can see, this instance is being still created, right?
Yes.
So let's see what are the steps that we are following for connecting to this database. So you can see that we have completed the very first step, which is for Do you want to share the screen where we have the steps also documented just for the record purpose?
Can you see the other screen? Or no?
Not it.
Okay, how to share? I only shared one tab, I think. Now, how to share entire screen?
You can stop and then share the multi-screen then.
Now you see my this screen.
Yes, I can see that. So very first step that we have done is create the cloudsql PostgreSQL database, right?
Yes.
Now the next step that we are going to do is we are going to connect to the database using the cloud SDK. That's called software development kit. Okay, but in this scenario we are using cloud shell, which is again SDK itself, because it has all sort of you can say dependencies, everything installed which you need for performing those operations, right? Now we can scroll down. So we have completed lab 1, which is for create a cloud SQL PostgreSQL database, right? We performed all those steps. We went through all those details, like each and every pointers, what they mean and why they are important, and the database is getting created. Okay. Now let's move to the next lab. Scroll down. Right. This is what we are performing now. So now we have connected to the cloud shell. Okay. Hold on.
I keep like side by side these two.
That's fine. I mean, there are not much steps, so we can definitely do that with paralleling also. That's okay. So can you make it large? Yeah. Okay. Now what we are doing is we have entered there, and okay, and just scroll down a little. Okay. So let's see. We will be running some of the commands, like when we are going to connect with the database, and that is where we will be seeing like a list out what all databases are there, and then from there we'll be creating a database, and then we'll perform some other steps like inserting the value and retrieving it. So for now, let's go back to the cloud shell. Okay, and your database is now created, right?
Instance is being created, no?
No, on the top, if you see, it's already green now. Okay.
Runnable. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Now you can scroll down in the overview page itself. So you can see on the right and left hand side you have overview, system insight, query insight, connections, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now if you scroll down on this overview page itself, if you can keep scrolling.
That's it.
Yeah, keep scrolling on the overview page itself. I mean, not on the left hand side, the scroll bar, but here, yeah, it's the page. Okay. Now you can see you have the connection name. Okay. You got the outgoing or the public IP address. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. So there are two IP addresses. One is going to be internal, and another one is for the external. That is for public IP address. Okay. So with that public IP address, you can actually connect to the database. But here we are connecting to the cloud shell. Okay. So just scroll down and you will see there is an option to open cloud shell. That's what you are seeing here. Right? Connect using the cloud shell, right?
Yes.
Click on that.
Section it is showing.
Yes.
Jitendra,
sorry, in the overview.
In the overview.
In the overview page. Right. So you can see there is a open cloud shell, right? So now you are actually connecting to this database using the cloud shell.
Okay.
Just notice that the connection, I mean the thread that you are having, the command line, which is gcloud.sql. Okay, very simple. gcloud.sql is the resource that you are connecting.
An instance list.
You are going to connect with it. The instance name is PostgreSDB Vishal, right? The user here is going to be Postgres. If you can see Vishal on the left hand side, you have the connections and the users also. Just scroll down there. Yes. Yeah, you can click on users. You can see there is an inbuilt, I mean, whenever you are creating the instance, by default, it is going to give you a user, okay? And you already must have noted down the password.
right?
right?
Yes.
Okay. So now you already got that command set here. Okay. So click on this user as Postgres now. Go to the command cloud cell and enter. Yes, enter.
Enter.
Command you have written in the Word file, Virendra?
No, this command it will appear as soon as you click on cloud cell. I mean, open in cloud cell on the cloud service itself, right? I mean, in the overview page you had that, right?
Yes. Okay, we have to open this one, or we have to stop this one, old one, which we have opened the cloud cell.
No. It will just take the command line. I mean, if you have already opened the cloud cell,
Yes.
it will just write down the command there itself. I mean, you don't have to do much of anything else.
No, it is not given any command, so I have to type it.
Okay, if that is the case, then you can type it, but otherwise the command should have appeared. You may click on
Open
the
okay. I have to click on. Okay, now it
yes,
came. Sorry,
yes,
my mistake.
no
Open.
problem.
Open cloud cell. I have put it. Now username is there. Hyphen
Yeah,
quit is there. Quit is okay.
that is quite. So
Yes,
it's like quietly it will run the command. It is
Okay,
not
in the
going to give
backend.
any verbose of what
Okay.
it is doing, right?
Okay.
Now, Vishal, can you enter
Put
the
enter.
here, Vishal, you need to enter the password, and Raju, you can enter, and then it is going to ask you the password that you had set earlier, right?
Okay.
So you have to enter. Everyone has to enter the password here.
GC cloud. Okay, my mistake.
It is not taking password.
So it is taking. You won't see it.
Taking it will not able to see.
Now what should I do? I entered, but I forgot what I entered.
What, man?
Just press this backspace key. Okay, it will remove whatever you had put. You start typing again and then enter. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's the previous is put that you are done with.
And enter, no? After.
Yes, enter. So you have to try
Incoming
that again.
connection for 5 minutes working.
Okay. Vishal, can you try it again and then enter the password again? Okay. Make sure you are entering the right password.
So this command, no? Gcloud.
You can just use the you can say
Upper arrow.
yeah, right. Yes.
Okay. Enter.
Enter. Wait for it to ask for password and then you enter the password and again enter.
Type help for help. Postgres started.
Okay, hold on, Raju. We will continue
Okay.
once Vishal is done. Or you can continue to follow. Yes, can enter the password now.
I am entering. This I can cross out this.
Yes,
I
yes,
cannot-
you can cross that. That's not needed. Yes, you can cross the other one also on the right hand side.
This one. Huh?
Yes, click on it and it will disappear. So
No,
let's yes,
this-
click on that. It will.
Your audio is very low. Huh? Can you?
Is it? My audio is low. Is it better now?
No. It's gone to some other audio microphone, I think.
So is it for everyone?
It was different audio. Now it is different. So I thought you switched something, but it's okay.
Give me a second. I will fix it.
This is
That's all
right. This is right.
So how long it was like that?
I think when we were changing password, it went suddenly down.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. So let's run those commands. What you have in the document. So first of all, you run \l and then let's see.
\. Enter.
Yeah, enter. That's a forward slash actually. I mean, you are running a forward slash. Type a \. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So now you can see there are some default databases already present, right? Okay. You want to create a new database for your lab purpose. So can you check the document and from there you can type this command, or let me dictate you, or better you can take it from there. That's better. Okay. So take the command from the document and enter it here and then yes.
This one.
Right. Okay.
Control V.
Yes.
Enter.
Right. So there is a syntax error. It says which is okay.
This line 1 backslash was wrong, no?
Did you have the backslash already?
No, we changed it. No, we made the right one and then again it's showing this. I don't know why it is.
Okay, enter it again. Try it again. It should work. Give it a try again.
What should I enter? Create database.
Paste. No. Paste the command that you had copied earlier. Yes. Enter. Right. Okay. So this time it created. Can you type \L again?
Yes.
Right. Do you see the database that you created?
Where is the name? I don't know.
Just check it. You have in the screen everything.
Created PostgreSQL Vishal.
Right. No, that's the instance, but here the command that you execute. So let's understand this first. So the one that you created was the instance, right?
Okay.
Instance is like your computer, I mean the virtual machine. Okay. Now within that virtual machine, you have installed PostgreSQL database, right? Okay. That is done. Now next, what you are doing? Now you are going to create databases within that particular software or application. Postgres is a software for you, right? So now within that, you are creating a database which is named as PostgreSDB with this command, create database PostgreSDB. Right? So you have already created that, and in this table on this list, you can see the third database name is PostgreSDB.
Yes, here.
Yes, you can see that. Okay.
Yes.
So now next you need to run run the other command. So you have already seen what database you have created. Okay. Now you want to create a table there.
Next command.
Yes.
Should I go to that file?
Okay. First you need to connect to the database.
Connect.
I mean, run the next command that you have. Or you can run this. Yeah, just try this first. I think this is not required, but yeah, let's try that step first.
To connect to the database, enter.
Yeah.
Password is required, correct?
Okay, you can enter some other password. Let's see. I mean, for now,
Same
just
password will work?
Yes, same password should work. This should be some different password, but let's give it a try. What it says.
Okay.
Or better, what I'm saying, you have created the PostgreSDB database. Under that, you want to create table, right? So better you create the table with that pet's name like that. So maybe you can skip to the command 8, okay, and run
what
that
about
one.
seventh command?
No, not seventh one, but try with the 8th command.
Starting.
Yes.
Seventh to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything to be changed or copy paste same thing?
Just copy paste.
Okay. Seventh.
For me also.
Seventh to be aborted, correct?
Yeah, seventh you just skip if that is not required. Okay, that is what you're saying.
Should I delete this command?
Yeah, remove that. I mean, just use the backspace and it should be done.
No, password came. So Control C I have done. Is it something wrong?
No, I mean, it did not exit, right?
Control C means exit. No, post. It came in the cell.
In
okay.
That, then you have to repeat the step again to connect to the database.
Okay.
Yeah, so create table is probably done for you, Vishal. Now next, let's insert some value there. So run the 9th command.
No tab is coming.
Okay.
So how I will what is the connect command when it was not connecting? Okay, we have to use the open cloud shell.
Mm-hmm.
We are
Okay.
already there.
Yeah, and now let's run this command. Select. Okay, so this query when we created, so in this scenario, you have to update this command to instead of pets, you will use the PostgreSQL. Okay, let's see. It should be there. So Vishal, try this. Select star from. Copy this first. Let's move there. Okay.
Okay.
Then instead of pets, you change the database name to PostgreSQL. No, not the database name, but it's a table that we created, right? So pets, yeah, that's fine. So enter, yeah, that's fine. It looks good. So enter now. Okay, so you can see here, right? So
Yeah.
this particular,
Model is the name and breed of this pet.
right. So if you try to break up this complete steps altogether, so first of all, what we have done, we went to cloudsql. From there, we created a Postgres database in an instance, right? So instance took some time to create it, like a 5 to 10 minutes. After that, you have connected to the database using the cloud shell command. Okay.
What was total command, Jitendra? Can you type it or tell me? I will, because I have exited from that one and it is not connecting with the
It is there in the cloud shell again, Raju. Okay.
top. It is not there.
Okay, let's go to the overview again, and from there you can see cloud shell. Open in cloud shell, right? And that should work.
No, it is not working because I have exited from that location.
That's fine. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so Vishal, you are done. You can stop sharing. You can first of all exit from here. So you can type exit. Let's yeah, Control C you can use to go back to the cloud shell. So you can type Control C. Okay. So now you are out of this database.
Yes, I am in the same screen. What is next step to connect?
Right. So if you use the arrow key, the up arrow key, you will
Not
find
working.
the previous command. It should come, right?
Just a second, I will try one more time. No, upper arrow.
If it is not there in up arrow key, then also use down arrow key.
Nothing. Upper, left, right, nothing. No arrow is working.
Okay, you can start sharing your screen. Vishal, you are done. Make sure those who are done with the lab, please go ahead and remove the instance again. I mean, let's complete that step also, and after
now
that,
complete that one. That will be better.
yeah. So let's complete that, and then Raju will come back to you. Okay. So Vishal, can you go to the this instance in the console? Just pull down the terminal, and then we'll yeah. Okay, go back. Go back to the instances. Select this particular instance. Okay, and you can see there will be an option to delete it. You can click on actions, 3 dots on the actions on the very right side. Yeah. Yes, click on that.
No,
And
it's disabled.
You can't delete.
okay, no problem. So let's fix that first. Okay, so can you open this SQL instance again? I mean, click on that instance. Right. Okay. So there are some settings which will not let you. First, you stop it. Okay. So first, you need to stop the instance.
Running.
On the top, you can see there is an stop option, right? You can stop it.
This action will shut down the instance along with all its connections, open files, running operations. Activation policy will be set to never. It will remain stopped until you start it again manually.
Okay, so there is wait, cancel it. Cancel it. Did you already click? Okay, cancel it.
No.
So there will be a setting which will say that auto delete disabled, right? So accidental delete is disabled. Can you click on edit and then we'll see that particular option?
This, edit.
Yes, yes.
I clicked already. Oh, okay.
It will take time.
It will take some time. Yeah. Okay. Now let's see where do we have the auto delete disabled. Okay. So can you scroll down and let's find it out. Keep scrolling. Okay. So you have data protection. Can you click on data protection? Let's see. That is only for. Okay. What are there for the advanced options? Okay. Okay, what else? You don't have there. Okay, come down. Instance deletion protection, right? Now, if you see, it is opted for as enable deletion protection. If enabled, this instance won't be able to delete it until this feature has been disabled. Understood?
Yes.
So you have to disable it first. This is small, default setup is avoiding any auto deletion, any sort of deletion of your instance otherwise. So save these changes and then you go back and try to delete your instance. First, you have to save it, go down and you have to save the configuration. Yeah. Save it. Naresh, you were able to find it? And Raja, are you back? Okay. Fine. So let it finish first. Okay, instance is being updated. Okay, update is done. Now we try to delete it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, fine, Raja. That's fine. Thanks for the update. Okay, yeah, click on delete.
Delete or stop? Or delete?
No, we want to delete it, right? Now we don't have to stop it. I mean, if you have deleted, it won't be there at all, right?
No, when we were deleting, it said na ki you cannot delete.
Yeah, so earlier we were, I was kind of giving you a way to figure out or troubleshoot any issues, right? So first
Yes.
thing, if you are not deleting, let first stop and then delete it. Now, when you try to delete it, it shows that, okay, you cannot delete unless you have
No
disabled the delete option, right? That's
Yeah.
how we try to figure out. So that's why I'm asking you guys to share your screen and do it instead of I am explaining it myself, right? So
Yes.
I hope that makes more sense. Yeah?
Yes, yes, got it.
Okay. Now click on delete and then let's get done with this particular setup. Yes, you need to enter the database name. You can see that the bold highlighted, that is the name that you need to enter. Yeah, you can copy and paste.
And delete.
Yes. Okay, fine.
Yes, it is deleted.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's. Yeah, it is getting deleted. It will take a few minutes.
Okay. Here it shows deleted the instance.
Okay, that's fine. I mean,
Okay.
if it's quick, that's completely good.
Can I share now?
Yes, Rajiv, you can share. So, Vishal, you can stop sharing, and yeah, Rajiv, you can share.
Jitendra, where was the option of that unclicking the enable? For me, I had stopped, so I just now started again.
I have this screen.
Okay. So, Naresh, you are looking for how to disable the auto deletion, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, Raju, as you are sharing your screen, can you go to, click on edit. Can you click on edit, or you can just, yeah,
Doing.
scroll down, and then also that's fine. So, yeah, in the data protection, click on the data protection.
It was the option.
Right?
Yes.
So you need to disable that.
Enable point in time recovery.
Come down. No, come down.
Yes. Enable
This one.
deletion.
Instance deletion protection. Right? That's what you need to unclick. Yes, Raju. So let's go ahead.
Okay, I will save that one. That will be better also for me for future. Okay.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, what was the command to connect? Because it is not coming.
It is coming. Just scroll down.
Okay.
Come down. You will see that. Scroll down. Yes.
Okay.
You can see open. No. Go a little up. You have open cloud cell. Open in cloud cell. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Open cloud cell. Yeah.
Not working. Edited. Not working.
Okay. You can refresh it.
Can I reload?
Yes, reload it. There is no harm because see, this is the beauty, like you are working with the online setup, online setup. So there is nothing that you lose anytime. Everything is in the remote, so all good. Okay, come down again. Try to click on it. Yes. Okay. So the issue is that if you are not using your cloud shell for like around, I think 3 to 4 minutes or something, so it will be disconnected and you have to reconnect it.
Tried
Right?
now, but not coming.
Okay. Now if you try to run the same command, it will be there. I mean, use the up arrow.
No.
It's not coming yet.
No.
You have not connected with your cloud shell. If you can see, I can see this terminal tab has been recorded. Yeah.
Yes. So
Now
let's see.
Mhm.
Not able to type. Nothing is happening here.
Is it not coming yet?
Nothing.
Okay, no problem. Scroll up and you will have the command above, right?
Nothing. Okay.
Scroll. I mean, scroll up
Just
on
a
the
second.
same window.
Not showing also.
Okay, that's completely fine. Click on plus sign,
Here is plus sign. Okay. New terminal.
right?
Okay.
Okay. Now again, go back to your console and run this open. Yeah.
Cloud shell. Now it came.
Mhm.
Okay. If
Okay.
there is some problem, I can close that
Yeah.
one.
Yes, you can close that. Okay.
Okay.
Now
This is
execute
the
all. Yes. Now you can execute all those steps. What is there in the lab? Okay.
okay.
If you are still facing any challenges, we can definitely work on that later.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can stop sharing then.
No, what's called? Let me complete. It will not take that much time.
That's fine. I mean, it should not be a challenge. That's what I'm saying. Or
But what about seventh step? We will omit from the one file or what?
no, let it be. That should also work.
Then we will try here itself. It will work.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So as you are done with this, you can exit from here. Use Control C. Okay.
Exit.
Now, see, whenever you are working with any of these commands, so definitely as it is a cloud shell and they are having their own SDK, and gcloud is the base program which is providing all of this command, right? So now whenever you need or you need to understand how to work about any of the services, how the commands are executing, so you can use gcloud given the source, I mean the resource name, right? Or the service name, whatever you want to try out. So, and then you can use the hyphen help. And with that, it will tell you what all parameters it can take with just similar to any other SDK programs, right? So if you use here gcloud space, okay, then suppose I want to connect with SQL, right? So now you try type SQL, okay, and space help. I mean hyphen help will
Okay,
give the
these are the commands it will give.
but otherwise also it is able to give you the right thing, right? What all things you can do with the SQL. You can connect with it. You can generate login tokens. You can reschedule your maintenance. You can export the SQL or import it, right?
Okay.
You can build on top of it also. Like whenever you are actually trying to list down. Okay, so suppose I want to list down what all instances are there.
Class help.
You can run the same command with removing the help, and this time you can use instance.
Cloud instance.
Gcloud SQL instance. Okay.
Say one word or
No, there will be space. These are different steps, right? So
yes.
you have a service. In that service, there is going to be an instance, right? And then I want to list down.
Okay.
Whenever you are typing help, there should be hyphen before it.
Okay.
Yes. Now enter. Now it will tell me what all things I can do with this particular command, right? So here it is providing me. I can use Cloud SQL instances. Okay. Then I can include like creating the configuration for that. I can have some description or some other flags. I can, okay, just use the space bar or maybe enter. Okay, so what you can do, you can clone, create, delete, also keep going. I mean, use enter or space, yes. You can fail over, you can describe, export. Then next it will show you the list, patch, right? All of these commands you can easily get here and you can actually use it through the command line for whatever task you are doing with the console. So it is up to
Unless you
you.
will not daily practice, it will be tough to use.
Sorry?
Until unless you will not practice daily, it will be tough to take help
Okay,
also.
so I want to reiterate this particular thing here. So here, as we are learning, I'm trying to help you with the fundamental understanding of how it works. So like here also, I'm not telling you, you need to remember all those commands, but I'm telling you how the format looks like, right? So whenever you're working with these commands, you will see there is a pattern, a specific pattern which is follows. So the very first one is the tool name itself, that is gcloud. Okay. Then you have the resource. The resource here is SQL. Like that, you will have the resource as a compute engine. So you will have compute, right? So similar to that, other resources also you can search for, like you can search for what else we have covered. So for gk you can say container, right? So similar to that, other commands also. Now that is the resource. From that resource, what all things we can do. If you are not sure, use the help. It will list down what it can do, right? So here we have come up like a SQL and then instances. From instances, what all things I can do with the instances, that is what it is listing out. You can fail over to the instances, you can list down, you can patch, you can promote a replica, right? So similar to that, when you are moving next, so now I have listed down what else I can do, right? So similar to that, it will give me further information. So as you are going to work more and more, obviously you will get to understand better. But on very high level also, if you are not aware, at least you have these inputs. These are the keyword names. Okay, even if you are wrong, it has already given you, or do you mean this? So this is what we have. When you scroll up, you have seen that. Although there was an error, but still it gave you. Okay, these are the things that can be there similar to it, right? So it is always helpful. Okay. Okay, so you can exit from here. You can use Q. Q also will work. Q will work. Yeah.
Done.
Okay, that's all. Fine.
Now we can delete that one.
Yes, now you can delete it. Okay.
Tab will work? No.
You can copy paste. That's completely fine.
Let's see. Delete. DB has been deleted. Now?
Yeah, it will get deleted.
Okay. Now instance also to be deleted, correct?
This is what you deleted. You deleted the instance itself.
Okay. So there will be no to deletion. If instance has been deleted, everything has gone, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So let's, okay, so this is all that we had for today. Let me stop the recording. Okay, so Raju, as you asked, how it is handled through in the enterprises, right? So in generally, what we do, whatever stuff that we are creating, as it's infrastructure, as a infrastructure that we are building. So cloud SQL is infrastructure here, instance that we are going to create. So that is most, I mean, always now handled through the Terraform modules. So we create some Terraform stuff, and with that we are able to deploy all of these resources, right? Now, if you see, this is a particular file that I'm sharing with you. So here, this command is going to be the particular resource that we are going to create. So you can see this is defined one that Terraform has defined. You cannot modify it. You cannot do anything with it, right? So now the resource name is Google SQL database instance. Okay. The identifier that we are adding, the name that we are adding, that is going to be main, right? Where I mean the database or the instance that we are going to create, the instance name is actually going to be this PostgreSQL. That's what I'm naming. The version is going to be Postgres 14. In our case, we had created 15 as the latest one. I need to define the region under which we are creating and the project also where I'm going to create it. Right? Then there are some other settings like so as I said, it's an instance like the compute engine instance. So similar to that, you can see what instance I'm using. I'm using dbg1 small like that. So I need to also provide the disk auto size as true so that it can scale vertically as needed. Okay, and auto size limit, disk size type. Okay, persistent disk SSD is what we are using, like we saw in the configuration. Then here I have disabled public IP. If I want, I can make it true. Okay, and it is going to use a network that it must have there. So if it was there, I should be able to use that network. Okay. Then we have the location preferences under which zone I want to create in that region. Okay. So US Central 1 is what I have taken. Now in that I will create US Central 1A as the zone where I'm going to create it. Okay. Use of database flags. So here the flags I'm adding is like cloudsql.im authentication as just a flag, so that I can identify it easily and then try to work with it with the tag also. The deletion protection here, it is false, but we can enable it. So when we are working with the Terraform, we want to keep it false because we are controlling it anyway with the Terraform modules. Okay, so I don't want to have a scenario I have created it and it was true. So even when I'm trying to delete it with the Terraform module, I'm not able to do it. Okay, And there are some other parameters we can definitely see. We want to create some users who can actually work with this module that we have created. So for that, we can use the CloudSQL user like that other details. The database that I want to create, I can add here. So this was the instance I've created. Okay. And here I'm actually adding the database name, what I'm going to create, which you have done with the Cloud Shell, right? So that's how this is done. And then obviously you have performed the Terraform steps for deploying any of the component to the environment, and it is going to be similar to that. Okay. Yeah. So this is what I wanted to share, just to add this additional information. Okay. Fine.
Okay. So in company scenario, how much time they are giving to write this code?
It depends. I mean, it's not that you are given some time or not. It's like depending on your experience, because see, these codes are actually easily available in the registry what I had showed earlier, right? The Terraform registry. Okay. So it should not really take much of time to work on, but yes, there can be a lot of approval process to go through, and how you are actually fixing some of the small issues, right? Here, when you are working for with your own setup, with your own project, you are already the owner of that particular project, right? So
Yes.
you have all sort of IAM permissions to work with. But
Okay.
when you are working for the any organization, large organizations, you don't get that privilege. So your
Okay.
access is very limited. So for each and every step, you may not have that visibility what may go wrong or not. So
Okay.
you will be developing that while you are working on those projects, and slowly getting understanding of it. If you are not able to perform it, you can ask, okay, this is the access I'm needing, and you can raise a request for it, like using the GitHub PR request, right? The pull request that you create. So with that, you can raise those requests, and you can perform those. I mean, further enhance or fix the issue whatever you're getting. So as you asked, how we are working in the enterprise level, that is how we develop it. I mean, we definitely don't go to the console directly for any of the infra related work. Okay. Fine. So let's get done with it for today. Let me stop the recording.